Hello and welcome back to Keep Moving with Emily. Here is a cruise ship workout. What you'll need is some water, a booty band or a mini loop, a TheraBand or some weights if you have them, and a mat. Like always, let's get started with a nice dynamic warm-up, starting off with some nice hamstring curls. Pulling that heel up to the booty, opening up that chest, and don't forget to breathe. Nice, keep it up. Let's get some knee raises. Reach those hands up to the sky. Pull that knee up towards your chest. Warming up the core, legs, shoulders. Let's get a nice little spinal twist. Reach across the body. Gently twist, keeping the core nice and tight. Tap the foot. Keep breathing. Keep that core tight. Let's reach it up and over this time. Really reaching, lengthening in those obliques. Also getting that heart rate up there. Back to a nice little twist. Reach. See if you can sink it a little bit deeper in those legs. Reach it up and over again. Back to that hamstring curl, pulling those heels up to the glutes, opening up the chest. And back to those knee raises. Reach those arms up, driving the knee towards that elbow. You should start feeling your heart rate getting up there and your body getting warm. Let's get some nice little knee hugs, pulling that knee up to your chest, rotate the ankle. Warming up those hip flexors, but also our balance. Very nice. Let's get some hamstring scoops. Extend that leg out, heels in the ground, toes pointed up, reach towards those toes, big scoop, and alternate. You should feel a nice stretch in the hamstring, the back of that leg. This kind of a movement is a dynamic movement. Good, let's go back to that side step. Chest opener, roll those shoulders, and we are ready to go. All right, the nice thing about this workout is you can do this on a cruise ship or at your home. We will be doing 45 seconds of work for these 8 movements. We will do them twice through. So if you're ready, grab your equipment, turn your fan on, grab some water, and let's get started. All right, so we're going to start with our booty band. So you're gonna place that kind of around the tops of your knees. If you don't have a booty band, that's okay too. We're gonna start off with a nice little squat. Getting started, let's go. Sink those hips down. Push through the heels and squeeze in the glutes as you stand up. We're working those quads, glutes. The TheraBand just adds extra resistance to work on the outside of those thighs. But like I said, if you don't have a TheraBand, that's okay. This is similar to like if you're sitting in a chair and standing up. If you want a modified version, you can always grab a chair. Nice, keep it up. We're here for 45 seconds. Keep working. Sink it down, squeeze it up. Really push through those heels. Feel it in the quads and the glutes. Nice. All right, shake those legs out. 15 seconds of rest, and we're going into squat walk. So you're going to sink it down into that squat, and then we're going to take a few steps to the right and a few steps to the left. Here we go. Catch your breath, and let's go. So sink it down, and then you're going to walk a couple steps to the right, and then walk a couple steps to the left. You're going to really feel this on the outside of the thighs and those glutes. If you don't have that TheraBand, still do the same thing. You're squatting down and then staying low, going back and forth. Again, we're here for 45 seconds, so keep working. You're gonna really feel this in the lower body. If you wanna add in that little bit of a reverse fly, you can. You can also do some nice little squat taps where you sink it into one leg and you do 5 on the right, 5 on the left. That stabilizing leg's doing a lot of the work. Go back to a nice little side step. Have fun with it. Just think we're really working those glutes right now. Woo! Rest, slip that band off. Moving on to the next exercise. Plank jacks, get into that high plank. Jump those feet out and in. Now if this is too high impact, you can always tap it out or do standing jumping jacks. Now, throw in a tuck jump if you want to make it fun or more challenging. You jump those feet together towards the chest and then back out into that high plank. Again, if this is too high impact, just stick with those jumping jacks. Like this. You can always step it out if you need a more modified version. Listen to your body. You know what you can do. Keep it up. Or you can add in a knee, jack, jack. Again, this is our cardio portion. This is to get our heart rate up there. So just keep moving. Even if it's just marching in place, keep moving. Nice. I'm going to go back to those plank jacks. This is what happens when you're on a cruise and trying to record. All right, TheraBand, curl, and press. If you've got those weights, you can use those, or grab that TheraBand. We're going to curl and press it up to the sky. You can always use the towel, anything to kind of add a little bit of resistance. We're curling it up, working the biceps, pressing it up to the sky, working those shoulders. Don't forget to breathe. Inhale as you curl, exhale as you press it up. Nice. Keep it up, keep breathing. Feel those arms on fire. Again, we're here for 45 seconds. Notice my hands are inside the loop. That's just adding resistance as I press my hands out wide, curling it up and pressing it up. You can even do a nice staggered stance. This kind of keeps our lower back protected too. Drop that band, grab your TheraBand. We're gonna do rows to a kickback, or if you want more of a challenge, sink it into a lunge. And then we'll switch the next time. Wrap it around, maybe like a banister. Sink it down into a nice squat, pulling those elbows tight and then kicking it straight back. So we're working our back and then our triceps here. If you're at home, you can flip this around a stairwell or in a door jamb. Reach those arms forward, pulling those elbows back, squeezing those shoulder blades. We're working multiple muscles at the same time. Now, if you want to go into that lunge, nice little staggered stance, sinking it low, working some static movement for those lower body. Nice. Inhale and then exhale here. Keep breathing, keep moving. If you want to switch, go for it. Nice. You should feel it in the back and in the triceps, the back of that arm. Keep working. Woo! Rest. All right, we're going into push-ups. Maybe you have a countertop, a desk, elevated surface, or drop it to the floor, or you can do that towel push-up. All right, 45 seconds here. I like to start off the ground, pushing it up into a nice high plank, and then lowering myself all the way back down. You can always go to your knees. Good. Inhale as you come down, exhale as you come up, or go back to that high chest to high plank. Again, if this is too much, use that elevated surface, your countertop, maybe a bench. We're working that chest. Keep working. We're here for 45 seconds. Good. Inhale down, exhale up. Keep moving. We're almost done with this one. Now, if you're in that elevated position, you can always do a nice little booty kick back, or if you're doing that push-up on the ground, just an added little glute exercise. Nice. Rest. All right, we're moving on to our next exercise. Are you ready? Burpees. Drop it down into that high plank, and then you can either jump or you can step it out. You can always use an elevated surface as well. Kick those feet out, jump those feet up, and jump. Nice. This is our cardio portion. If this is too much, again, you can either walk it out and stand. You can always do like a cherry picker, march in place, anything to keep that heart rate up there. That's the point of this particular part of our workout. Keep moving. Or, like I said, you can always do a good old cherry picker too. Keep moving. Squatting down, reaching those hands up nice and high to the sky. You're doing great. Shake it out. Catch your breath. We're going to lunge with a kick. So find something to hang on to if you need some extra balance. All right, how it's going to work is you're going to lunge back and then drive that knee up and kick. Yep. Really focus on that front knee, not going over our toe. Sink it down and then kick. So we're working the core. We're working those legs. That leg that's stabilizing is doing all the work. We're also getting a nice leg extension here. Keep breathing. Inhale down, exhale up. Now switch. Other side. Yep, down into that lunge and kick. I like using something to hang on to. It just gives me extra balance. Keeps me in a safe position too. Keep working, we're almost done. Woo! And rest. Nice job. All right, let's do that one more time. Grab some water, take a quick break, and let's go again. Here we go. Grab that booty band again. We're gonna start off with those squats. Like I said before, if you don't have that booty band, no problem. Just do a good old squat here for 45 seconds. You can always use that chair to do a sit to stand. Sink those hips down, hinging at the hips. Bring those hips back, making sure those knees don't go over our toes. Push it down, push through those heels, squeeze as you come up top. That TheraBand again is just adding extra resistance on that outer thigh. You can feel it a lot more in those glutes. Keep it up. We're here for 45 seconds. Good, just showing you from the side again. Hinge at the hips, push those hips back, push through the heels and stand up and squeeze. Inhale down, exhale up. Good work. Doing awesome. All right, we are moving on to those squat walks. Again, you can either go from the right to the left, you can do squat taps, you can just go from side to side, whatever feels good to you. Have fun with it. We're here for 45 seconds. So we're gonna sink it down into that squat, and then we're gonna take a few steps to the right, a few steps to the left, staying in that low position. Maybe even touch the ground to really get low. Again, that TheraBand's adding that extra resistance. You're really gonna feel it on the outside of those glutes and those thighs. If you want to change it up, you can always do a nice little squat tap where you stand in place and you do 5 to the right, so tap it out for 5, and then you switch sides. Again, this can be done without a TheraBand too, or you can just go to a nice little side step. You're gonna feel a little bit more cardio here. We're working that lower body, keep it up. Awesome, slip that off. Moving on to our next exercise. Drop it to the floor. We're doing those plank jacks, getting in that cardio. So jump those feet out and in, staying in that high plank. Again, if that's too much, you can just do good old jumping jacks. You want to throw in a tuck jump, go for it. Jumping those feet towards your chest, jumping them out. Or just stick with good old jumping jacks. Anything to keep that cardio going. Like I said, if you need to step it out for modification, go for it. Again, this is your workout. Listen to your body. You know what you can do. I like adding a nice little knee, jack, incorporate that core just a little bit. Keep working. We're almost finished here, and you won't see these again. I promise. Keep working, keep working. Nice. All right. We're going into that bicep curl to a shoulder press. You can always use a TheraBand, or if you have those weights. If you don't have any weights at all, that's okay too. We're going to a curl to a press. If you've got that TheraBand, make sure that those elbows are tucked in and you're really adding tension, trying to pull that TheraBand tight. Pull it up to the chest, press it up to the sky. Nice. Inhale down, exhale up. Focusing on the biceps and the shoulders. Keep that core tight too. Keep breathing. You want to do a staggered stance. Again, that protects that lower body. If you're using weights, you can always drop it to one weight if it gets too heavy. You can always drop the TheraBand if it gets too heavy, or just loosen the tension that you're holding. Nice. Obviously, if you're listening to good music, you can always do a little bit of a wiggle too. We're almost done here. Keep working. Nice. All right. Moving on to that row again. Slip it around a banister. You can go into a lunge for more of a challenge. Now, if you don't have a TheraBand and you just have weights, you can always do a nice little row to a kickback. You're going to kind of be bent over, chest towards the ground, pulling those elbows in and kicking those weights back. But I encourage you to find a TheraBand, find a door jam or something to slip it around. This is a really great one. If the resistance is too hard, take a step forward. If the resistance is too easy, then take a step back. Pull those elbows, squeeze in the shoulder blades, and then kick the arms straight back. You should be feeling this in your back, and then the triceps, the back of the arm. And then if you're in that lunge, you're working that stabilizing leg that's forward. Don't forget to switch. Keep working. We're almost finished here. Again, we're in each exercise for about 45 seconds. So you just can't stop moving. My music's too good. Switch to the next workout. Our push-ups. You can always use a towel if you getting on the wrists is too much. Don't forget to drink some water too. Time for some push-ups. Again, you can go on the elevated surface on your knees, down and up, inhale down, exhale up. Making sure that those hands are outside of our chest, elbows kind of coming back, and push through, exhale up, inhale down. Good. Now, if this is too much, you can always flip it on your back and do a chest press. Again, we're working the chest, but you're also gonna feel this in your core. Maybe a little bit in your glutes as you gotta have everything nice and strong. Keep working. Now, if you're on that elevated surface and you wanna add in that booty work, go for it. Inhale down, exhale up, and then kick that leg straight back, squeezing in the glute. Keep working. Last few here. Nice. Nice little dance break. Moving on to our next movement. Catch your breath. We're going into burpees. Again, if this is too hard, go into those cherry pickers. How it works is you're gonna drop those hands to the ground, jump it back into a plank or walk it, and then stand nice and tall. Again, this is our cardio portion, so if this is too much, march in place, do anything to keep that heart rate up. We got 45 seconds here. You can always use an elevated surface to make it a little bit more doable. Nice. You can do a nice little cherry picker, squatting down, reaching those hands up to the sky. Keep moving, we're almost finished here. Or jog in place, like I said, any kind of cardio movement. Let's go. Just keep moving. We're almost finished. And we got our final movement after this, those lunges with a kick. You got it. Rest, catch your breath. Grab some water if you need it. Find that banister or parallel bar, something to hang on to, that chair. We're doing that lunge with a kick. Here we go. Sink it down and kick. That kick, we're really extending that leg, squeezing in the quad. You're gonna really feel this in the glute of that stabilizing leg and in the quads, hamstrings, and our core. Try to keep that chest up nice and high too. Hanging onto a chair or a banister is just gonna allow you to have a better balance. Let's switch. Here we go. Last little bit here. Sink it down and kick. Good. Now if this hurts your knees, just limit the range of motion, or you can just do a nice little leg extension, like kick it back and then kick it forward. I just want you to keep moving. We're working that lower body right now. Awesome. Work. Give yourself a high five. Moving on to core. Lay flat on your back. We're doing starfishes, so you're gonna extend those arms out, crunch it up and hug those knees. We gotta work that lower body. Inhale down, exhale up. Nice. As you exhale, I really want you to breathe out nice and loud. That's gonna engage your core and give you that energy to get up. Now, if this is too much, you can always limit the range of motion and do just a tiny little crunch. Keep working, we're almost finished here. Nice, we're gonna go sit up to a punch. So you're gonna sit up all the way and then punch across and then all the way back down. Exhale up. Nice little twist, we're working those obliques. Inhale down, exhale up. This is a great workout. If you have a bad day or you're having a bad day or you're stressed out, take it out right here. Good work, you're almost finished. Keep working. Feel that core on fire. Exhale up, push. Keep pushing. Keep moving. If this is too much, just stick with a nice little crunch. Good, we're going to a reverse crunch. Place those hands underneath the glutes. And we're gonna reach those feet all the way up to the sky, lifting in the hips. If that's too much, you can just tap those heels to the ground. Or if you want more of a challenge, extend those feet all the way out at 6 inches. Good, inhale down, exhale up. Really feeling those lower abs. Lift those hips up to the sky. Good, we're almost done. Whew, and rest. All right, dead bugs. Hands and arms are in the air. We're gonna lower opposite arm with opposite leg and switch. Really push that lower back into the mat. Inhale down, exhale up. Working a little bit of coordination. Working with those opposite sides, obliques. Good. Keep that lower back pushed into the ground. Again, inhale down, exhale up. Almost finished, keep working. This is really good for coordination, working in the brain and the body. All right, moving into side plank dips. So pick a side, you're gonna lean on that elbow, shoulder and elbow are in line. We're tapping the hip down to the ground and pushing those hips up to the sky. You're really gonna feel this in those obliques. If this is too difficult, you can always do just bicycle crunches or something instead. Let's switch. So you're gonna lean on the other side, tap that hip to the ground and press it up. If this is too hard, that is okay. You can always do, like I said, a bicycle crunch, or you can do those penguins, anything to work the core. Our last movement, you're gonna flip it into a plank. You can do this on your knees or a full plank. Place those elbows on the ground. Elbows are directly underneath those shoulders. I like to put my feet a little bit wider, squeezing those glutes, squeezing the core. And keep breathing. Really feel all those muscles engaged from the quads to the glutes. Try to keep the back nice and flat like a table. We're almost finished here. Keep breathing, hang on to it. We're almost finished. Core is tight. And drop it to the floor. Awesome job. I think it's time to stretch. We're gonna get into a nice tabletop position. And we're gonna push those hips back into a child's pose, reaching the hands nice and forward, getting a stretch in that lower back. You're gonna feel this in your shoulders. Push it up into that tabletop. We're gonna do a few cat-cow stretches. This stretches out the core. Arch that back up, pull the belly button in. Exhale as you bring the belly to the ground. One more time. And exhale here. And then let's push it into downward dog. Push through those toes, hips come up to the sky. Pedal those feet, getting a nice stretch in the calves. We're gonna move into a nice long lunge. Bend at the knees, right foot comes outside that right hand. You're gonna twist up towards that right side. This is a great stretch for the hip flexors, inner thighs. Push it back into downward dog. Pedal those feet a little bit and switch left side. Left foot comes outside that left hand and then twist up to the sky. Back into that long lunge, feeling a nice stretch in that hip flexor. Push it back into downward dog. And from here, let's take a seat on the ground, place one foot inside the thigh, extend the other foot out, reach for that toe or shin or ankle, and then reach the other arm up and over. Feeling a nice stretch in that back, shoulders, and the hamstring. Stay there for a little bit longer if you need. Switch here. Again, if you can't reach for that toe, you can reach for your shin. Really focusing on that stretch in the hamstring, a little bit in the back. Very nice. All right, we're going into a butterfly stretch. Place those bottoms of your feet together, getting a nice stretch in that inner thigh. Really focus on taking big, deep breaths here during the stretching session to lower our heart rate. All right, going back into tabletop, I want you to push into downward dog and then slowly walk those hands up towards those toes into a nice forward fold. Slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Head comes up last. Very nice. Let's get a nice little lat stretch. Reach to one side and the other. Perfect. Let's get a quad stretch. Hang on to a chair or the wall, pulling that heel up towards your glute. Same hand with same leg. Getting a nice stretch in the quad. And switch. Perfect. We're going to take 3 big breaths in. Reach those hands up to the sky. Exhale through the mouth. Big breath in through the nose. Reach. And exhale. Last one. Big breath in. And exhale and give yourselves a hand. Thank you so much for joining me for another Keep Moving with Emily. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.